Greetings, gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, Starfarers. Welcome to another episode of Starfield. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and in this episode, we're going to do Sam's funeral, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, you know what? I think, yeah, we go over here. If we go to bed, I think that that'll be what we need to do to wait until Memorial.
Everyone.
What? What just happened? This is very annoying. Okay, I guess we go over here.
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words.
Okay, I guess we're gonna say a few words. I think that's his dad over there. Good picture. Hello, everyone. Or I guess I should say something, but I don't know what. Or thank you all for coming. Or I'm just gonna say it. Sam didn't just die, he was murdered. That's a very fire and brimstone thing to say. This seems kind of somber. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but it is kind of what I want to say. Let's do it. Sam was my friend. I let Sam down and his family down. I'm sorry. Sam knew the dangers we faced better than anyone. We'll never forgive those responsible for Sam's death. More fire and brimstone. He was more than Akila's prodigal son. He was the best among us. Or I could have saved him. I should be the one who's gone, not him. Or if he were here, he would tell us to keep going, to never stop. We'll never rest until he's avenged. We'll do it. And I'm going to miss him for the rest of my life. And I don't know how I'm going to live without him. And I'll do everything I can to honor his memory. And I won't stop until the Starborn pay for what he's done.
Thank you.
Awesome.
If anyone else wants to say something.
No? Oh. Matthias is coming up.
I thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So, instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind, but what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive, surging sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Okay. Hey, Walter. I will say that that speech was very nice.
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife, or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for them. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from all this. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it. Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private.
Uh-oh, a little bit of conflict. Blah. Coming up here. Alright, so I guess everybody will get their turn. That's nice.
You all might not like thinking about this, but when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects and microbes. Or due to the lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away by space and time until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona or get pulled in some gravitational field and coalesce with other debris. Not comforting, huh? But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after I die, the universe is just going to stand still forever. Could you imagine? The fact is that the universe goes on, that life goes on, that things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need. Yeah, we die, and some people go way before they should. But the universe doesn't care. Not because it's evil, but because it's infinite, ever-expanding. And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity? Even if it's just for a short while. Listen, we don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not. We emerge from the universe as we return to it. And for one beautiful moment, we are here, together.
Yes. That certainly was an interesting perspective, Barrett.
It was awful. Everybody else is more thoughtful than you. Go away. Is that it? No Cora? No Dad? No Sarah? Really? That's it? Wow. It's a little rough. Okay, let's talk to everybody. Let's start with Jacob.
My boy. I've lost my boy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Did you ever patch things up with them? We'll ask questions first.
What do you mean? Nothing wrong with me and my son. Sure, we yell. Families are supposed to yell at each other. It's what keeps us honest. If you can't show your worst side to the people closest to you, who can you? My boy. I've lost my boy.
All right, Sarah.
Hey, how are you holding up?
I'm fine, thanks. Or, to be honest, I feel terrible. Or I don't feel anything, really. Oh, jeez. Or what about you? How are you? Ask questions first.
It's not really going to hit me until later. Right now, I just need everyone else to be okay.
Hasn't it been 5 days or something? I'm going to say, to be honest, I feel terrible because, you know, Sam was a pretty good character. Let's go.
Take some time for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms to sit down in if you need to be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we need to stick together.
We only lost one person. Thanks, Sarah. Excuse me. Or, you don't need to be strong for everyone, Sarah. You can grieve too. Or, I'm sorry. I wish you could say the same thing. Let's go with that.
You don't need to say anything right now. Just being here is all that matters.
Wow, she loved that. That's a step above like. Walter Stroud.
Chat for a bit? Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well.
I guess it wouldn't kill me. Oh my goodness. Sorry, bad joke. That's that's pretty bad. Yeah, let's chat. Yeah, let's chat. Or not right now, Walter. Yeah, let's chat.
You don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but...
I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I get there. Or there's something after this life. Yes. Or I doubt it. This life's all you got. I feel like non-committal answer's probably the best. Yeah.
Yes. Won't we all? Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
I feel like that was not the right answer. All right. Talk to Noelle.
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much.
It's fine, Noelle, thank you. Or, I could have done more to help you now. Or, this isn't really the time for me to give constructive criticism. Or, you did all of that when? Questions first.
I haven't really been sleeping much. I'm not having the best dreams right now.
Jeez. All right, wow. That's some pretty good voice acting, the way that she sort of... Her voice right there was... and it pulls at your heartstrings a little bit. So I'm going to say it's fine, Noelle. Thank you.
Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
Wow. Hey, everybody left. Let's see if Sarah has any more to say.
Take care of yourself. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay, let's see if Noelle has anything.
I hope this was enough. It's pretty simple.
Oop.
Sorry. Trying not to cry.
All right. Barrett. Jeez. All right. Let's do it.
You know, what you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion.
You're an
Never
asshole.
seems to work for me. No matter how many times I do this, I feel less attached, not more.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to say that sounds awful.
It's kind of not, by definition. But yeah, I can see your point. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you. One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs, or a piece of jewelry they gave you, half jokingly. Theoretically, of course.
Thanks, Barrett, that helps. Or so the great scientist does feel grief after all. Or, yeah, of course, theoretically. Or you ever think about your own funeral? Is that a threat? Let's ask that. It's a question.
Nope, not even for a moment. Funerals are there to remind survivors that they aren't alone. The dead have already finished their part in our story.
This is awful. So the great scientist does feel grief after all, I think is what I'm going to say, because these other ones are sort of validating him. This does not help at all. Like he's basically saying that, like, oh, people are just chemical reactions. So, like, none of this matters. It's just like, that is, like, the worst thing you could possibly say at a funeral. So let's say the great scientist does feel grief after all.
Maybe I like knowing no matter how far I run to the edges of space, someone is going to find their way back to me.
How did Barrett love that? We basically criticized him the whole time. Let's see what Walter's got to say, if anything else.
We're all that lives on when someone dies. It's up to us to decide how we remember them. I'll need to reimburse Noel for the easel and photo.
Really? That's what you're thinking about?
Oh, sorry. Lost in thought. We're all that lives on when someone dies. It's up to us
All
to
right.
decide.
Well, Mateo will actually be honorable and respectful, I think.
It almost feels wrong to be grieving.
Why?
Selfish. No amount of tears will bring the dead back.
It's okay to grieve, Mateo. Or, you know, you're right. Part of this feels pointless. Or funerals are more for the living. Is that it? Questions first. The thing is that a couple of these, when we ask questions, we didn't get back to this menu. So I think I'm actually going to say it's okay to grieve.
It's just easier to feel guilty, if you'll excuse me.
Wow. That's dark. Jeez.
It all feels so senseless.
Oh no, is Mateo's faith being shaken?
Living through loss. Is there any part of life more painful? I can't figure out if I'm overthinking, underthinking, or just thinking. I can't figure out if I'm
Okay.
overthinking, underthinking.
See what someone has to say.
Just
Don't worry about me.
thinking.
I'll be fine now. You go do what you have to do.
Okay.
I'll be okay.
So no change. Let's see what
I
it
am
has to say.
told these types of gatherings are a sad occasion. That assumption appears to be correct.
That's right, Vasco. Or can you feel emotion? Well, obviously he can't. So we'll just go with that's right, Vasco.
I appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming.
Console away, or I'm going to just say yes to see how bad this is going to be. Or that won't be necessary. Yeah, let's see what happens. Console away.
It will take some time to adapt, but it will be okay. How was that?
I've never wanted to cry more than this moment, or terrible, or strangely helpful. The thing is, I always hate that it'll be okay, because it's not. The person's...
We are still talking, it seems.
Like, what
despite
does
the lack of words exchanged.
what does okay mean in that context? Because it's not okay for the person who died. You know? Alright, so strangely helpful. None of these are what I want to say. So, I'll go with this bottom one, I guess. I've never wanted to cry more than this moment.
I will note that feedback for later.
Alright. Let's see what Cora's up to. She probably still hates me. Man, I really wish I could have killed Barrett. Oh, no Cora. She gonna, like, track me down and kill me or something? Is she, like, gonna be the villain of the story later on? Comes back for revenge. Uh-oh, there's no Cora. What is she up to? She's down in the well, taking drugs. Oh, there she is. Alright.
Hi.
Hey, or Cora, about Sam. Or, so look, I'm literally the last person you should be talking to a kid about death. But here I am. You okay, Cora? I think that hey is the proper answer here.
So many people here. So many people saying goodbye.
It's not that many people. Where's what's her name? Hart. What was her first name? Lillian, was it? I think. Yeah, a lot of people. Or we can give you space if you need it, Cora. Or they just want to say goodbye. Let's say the bottom one. They just want to say goodbye.
It doesn't change anything. Everything's worse. Nothing's going to make that better.
You're not alone, Cora. We're here for you. Or no, there's no changing what happened. But we have to keep living. Or I really don't know what to say. I like this middle one. We'll go with that.
Every day is going to be worse now. Don't you get that? I want to be alone for a while, okay?
Well, I guess I'm no good at talking to kids. Let's see if she says anything else.
I don't really feel like talking.
Yeah, poke her one more time.
Hi again?
Alright, I guess. Oh no, she is here, Lillian Hart. Okay.
You know, I had a bet with Sam. Which one of us would end up attending the others? You know. I guess that's 50 credits that won't see circulation in the settled systems economy ever again. Look, I don't know who I should speak to about this, but Cora and I talked, and she's coming to live with me.
She could stay with us in Constellation, or I'll miss Cora, or is this what Cora wants? We'll ask questions first.
Right now, she's taking it all so hard. She wants to get away from here. In time, maybe she'll come back.
No, it's best that she goes with her mom. I'm not going to say that she could stay with us in Constellation.
She talked about you all the time. But right now, she just needs to get away from all the reminders of Sam. We'll be leaving soon, so say your goodbyes to her, if you like.
Man, this is depressing.
Cora will be fine. I'll make sure of it. Cora and I will be heading out soon.
We'll give one more try.
Why would anyone...
Alright, we definitely have to kill this bad guy now. I'm really feeling pretty strongly about that now. My I was kind of joking around with my vengeance talk before. Kind of being a little bit, what would you call it? Just playing around with the game, and now I'm like, now I really want to kill him. Alright. Andrea.
Everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion.
Why not? What do you mean? Or a lot of us are in shock, it's normal, or you're in mourning too, Andrea, in your own way? I'll ask questions first.
After the shock of what happened faded, I have felt nothing else. Just a numbness.
Wow. I'm not going to tell her what she's feeling, so I'm going to say a lot of us are in shock. It's normal.
I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close. But this is... it is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense.
You're making perfect sense, Andrea. There's no right way to feel. Or there's no sense to be made of any of this. Or no, but you don't need to. I think you're making perfect sense, Andrea. There's no right way to feel. It's the right answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're going to get our
If you are
quest.
free soon, could we talk?
Now, let's talk to Vlad first.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea?
Pour one out for me, Vlad, or no drinks. You can give my round to the void. Or I'll take my drink and the blackest seas. Thank you. Yeah, let's say that.
Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond.
Old friends?
Aye. Pouring drinks is one way to handle a loss. Stave off needing to look at a sad face in the mirror for a bit. Saw a lot of death in the fleet. Part of the reason I left. You stop feeling. Rather be sad than numb. Good for us all to be together. Even I don't like to be alone at a time like this. Pouring drinks is one way to handle
Alright,
a loss.
I guess that's all of it.
Stave off needing to look at a sad face in the mirror for a bit.
I am reminded of how different Constellation works compared to what I am used to. I am sorry. My head is swimming. This is harder than I expected. This is harder than I
Okay, I
expected.
think that's everybody. Not really sure what we're supposed to do next. I suppose we could just go to bed. We are pretty damaged. That was pretty well handled, I gotta say. I mean, well, a lot of the speeches were a little bit cringe, but... Let's see if we can get Andrea back.
I am reminded of
Okay.
how different Constellation
I'm not entirely sure what we do now, then. Like, how do we get this back to normal? Or is that it? Go back in and see if we can get Andrea.
Do you have a new set of orders for me today?
No. Alright, everybody's rearranged themselves.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Lost in my thoughts, but glad to be back. Glad
All
we
right.
could take some time out of our wild adventures and just have a nice chat. Thanks for that, friend.
Let's get back upstairs and talk to Andrea. And hopefully, maybe we've unlocked her quest.
It has been a relief to be honest with you about my past. I appreciate your willingness to listen. But talking about this, remembering all those years, has brought back some unsettling memories.
Tell me about them. All right. I'd like to discuss this, but not right now. Let's talk later. Nope. You have memories of House Varun that aren't unsettling? I'm surprised. I'm starting to wonder if you ever had a day of fun in your entire life. Or you don't have to talk about it if it's uncomfortable. Or I'm here for you if you need someone to listen. We want to encourage her. We don't want to be like this. This is a little mean. Yeah, we want to encourage her. So I'm here for you if you
Was there more?
Yeah. Talk to me. I'm here to listen.
Thank you. That means a great deal to me. I have told you that I spent many years coordinating with smugglers along the edges of the settled systems. There were men and women I worked alongside closely. And over time, I established relationships. They were not of the promised, but I considered them friends.
What do you mean promised? We kind of know already. This is one of the ranks in Varun. But we'll ask anyway. It's a question.
It describes the people of House Varun. We who have been promised to serve the Great Serpent now and forever. In exchange, he promises to care for us when he returns to his domain.
You sound surprised, or even us heathens can be worth getting to know. Let's go with that.
Yes, I have found that to be true. It was, and is, still a surprise. You must understand. I was raised to believe that those who do not follow the Great Serpent do not matter, for they are lost. Their fate is fixed and grim. And yet here were these men and women with hopes and dreams, delights and aversions. It felt like a small betrayal of my people, of House Varun, but I cared for my friends. And then I lost them.
How did you lose them? We've all lost people. It happens. Or that must have been terrible. Or it's never easy losing a friend. We'll say that.
It's not something I have much experience with. It was so sudden. We had met on a remote planet to transfer cargo. And zealots appeared in force, seemingly out of nowhere. There was barely time to react. So many were cut down immediately. I believe my years of training saved me, got me moving when others faltered. I retreated to my ship immediately. But I left them all behind. Aaron Bascom and Jada Wong. They were my friends, and I abandoned them. And in the years since, I have never looked for them.
Right, guess we're gonna go look for him. How long has it been?
10 years. I was immediately reassigned to another role, light years away.
You've never checked up on them?
No. I told myself it's because I never had the time, but in truth, I was scared of what I'd find.
If they're half as strong as you, they've gotten by. Or you're worried that they'll blame you for leaving them. We'll go with that. This is a little too brown-nosy.
No, maybe. I don't know. It all happened so fast, and I've had so much time since then to replay it in my head. wonder if I should have done things differently. In my time getting to know you, I have thought more and more of all this. How little sense it all made, how I never really knew what happened or what became of my friends. My connection to you has reminded me what it means to trust someone, to be there for them. And I can no longer live with not knowing. I need to finally pursue this. I would like you with me when I do. I do not know what we will find, but I know it will be easier with you at my side.
All right. So we can flirt. I would do anything for you, Andrea. No, we're not going to do that. Sure, I've got nothing better to do today. Or if it'll ease your mind, I'm in. I kind of like this. I've got nothing better to do today. She might not like it, but...
Your enthusiasm is infectious. This is important to me, you know? I hope you can take it seriously. I am not sure where they might be now, but I believe we should begin the search in Aquila City. That is where I last saw Aaron Bascom.
All right, cool. I think we have some weapons we want to drop off there anyway, so we can do all that at once. I should talk about our upgrades, I suppose. So I managed to find... there's a lot to talk about here. So we've got our corrosive rune pain blade, right? I upgraded this pistol. I called it the cowboy. I don't know if we're going to keep it. It's not that upgraded. It's not that great. So we still have our old disassembler shotgun, Heller's cutter. We've got this bridger, which is definitely better than the bridger that we have back at Aquila City. However, it's kind of unclear if this is all that useful to us. It's almost like a boss killer weapon, and you kind of don't know when you're gonna go and fight a boss. But do we really want to be hauling this giant thing around everywhere we go? I don't know. So it might just stay in stock, like our stockpile somewhere. All right. So Commodore, this is our new rifle, and I upgraded the heck out of it, and it's I've kind of been missing having a battle rifle because the Viper, which is a variant on the Tombstone, is kind of more like I mean it's an assault rifle, and I feel like a battle rifle is something that we kind of need. Although, you know, this is so much damage. And if this is like, if the Commodore is just like semi-automatic, it's just not going to have the DPS that I think that we're looking for. But it should be fun to have anyway. And it does use up our 7.77, which is one of the rounds that we tend to accumulate faster than we use it. So then we've got the Assassin 2. So this is just like our other Old Earth hunting rifle, which is actually a VSS, which is not a hunting rifle. But it does have better stats. I upgraded the heck out of it. Yeah. Then we have Sneaky Pete, which has not changed. We have Shooty, which has not changed. Tase, which has not changed. Viper 2. So this is taking the place of our old Viper. And it just does a lot more damage. The other one was like 40 something. Although that one did poison and something else. This one doesn't, but it does a lot more just like straight up damage. So pretty cool. Here's one that's very cool. And that is we're going to upgrade to an advanced, what are these things called? I actually forget. Does it say on it? Kodama, right. We got an advanced Kodama, and then I managed to find another one down in the well, and we upgraded the heck out of it, and now this does a lot more damage. Like, it's almost twice the damage that we had from our previous Kodama. And I have two of these now. Andrea has the other one, and it has the drum magazine, because that's a little bit more effective for companion characters. I'm actually kind of wondering if we should give her the Viper. It's going to do a lot more damage, and if we're using the Commodore as our battle rifle, well, then we kind of have an empty slot. So that might be something that we end up doing. I also have this zombie, which is not a very good assault rifle. But, like, look at the number of rounds that we have for this. It's over the top. We probably should start using it up. So this thing fires extremely quickly. So even though it doesn't do a lot of damage, we can probably lay it out pretty quick. So hopefully it won't be too bad. But yeah, that's currently what we're using. We should stash this Constellation pack.
What's up?
Before I forget. Oop. Actually, we're you don't have a lot of time left, so maybe I should just do lore for the rest of the episode. Yeah, let's just do that. It's going to be a not very action-packed episode. Let's also grab, what is this? Divide loyalties. Yes, that's the one we want. Oh, we should do this one too. Power from Beyond. We'll do it later. Yeah. Inventory notes. Okay. So we have Adela Fahim Slate, official export documentation, shipper company, Galactic Import Export, ship designation, Markab, Captain Fahim, manifest 400 tons of slag steel, port of origin Neon, destination pending. Exception waiver fee paid in full. Provisional approval granted. Express inspection passed. A 30-day exemption granted by Neon Port Authority pending full registration of Captain Unknown Fahim of Hotel Volai 1309-B Neon. We got some survey.
Oh, I'd kill for some chunks right now. First stop when I get home. But I really need to get better about packing snacks for these long hauls.
We've had this before.
Some rhubarb, boom pop.
So, Bell 1 survey data. Got a lot of survey data. I've been trying to get all the surveying done a little bit at a time. Constellation Spacefarer's Guide. We go where no one dares. That's a pretty cool picture. Nothing on the back. Constellation Guide 5. Defying Gravity. Not quite as good as the other one, but yeah, it's cool. Customer First Policy. Yep, this is from Walter Stroud. We read that before. I've actually...
Fleet.
Yeah, we've done this before.
Priority communicate all eclectic personnel. Attention eclectic personnel. We receive...
Most of these we've either read or listened to before. Jan is such a kiss ass. I don't understand why Kaylin likes him so much. Getting pretty sick of the fact that he's getting extra time off too. I bring it up to Kaylin, but I'm already at the nice as it is. I hate this place. I can't wait to finish up my time and head back to NA. By that, I think they mean New Atlantis. Explosives warning. Yep. Captain's log. Freestar captain's log. Okay. Survey datas. Grav drive retrofit manual. This manual is full of complex diagrams and instructions on how to install an antique grav drive into a variety of old ships. Survey data. How'd they find us? I remember that. That's what, for the pirate, there's like a science base, and they were like, how did the pirates find us? Hyperia, survey data. I'm a genius. This is the one about how they get the guard robots to carry coffee to them. Jameson, survey data. Kelly's slate. I think it's sweet that John and his crew gave up on their leave to build that ramp for Kalen. Poor guy. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't walk. Just sit and get fat, I guess. Maybe things wouldn't be so different, actually. Okay, that's a little bit funny. Survey data, medical report. Patient number 4. The patient suffered severe indigestion. I had to clean out his stomach. After analysis of the stomach's contents, we noticed that there were many worms. Oh, that's disgusting. I also noticed the patient's breath was terrible despite having good oral hygiene. I forget where that was from, but we definitely read that before. Menu for the week, you got this. We got a bunch of mining monthly, so we've read this one before. A lot of the stamp and repeat cookie cutter areas have very similar.
Listen up, you degenerate group of lowlives.
Have very similar notes and stuff. Okay. Notes. Callum Troy. Something's gone wrong. I don't understand. My design was sound. The code compiled correctly. Everything should have worked without fail. The AI has taken over the entirety of the upper level. Okay, I remember where this is. I won't let me communicate with the settlement or use the elevator. I'm a prisoner to this AI. I have to find a way to deactivate it. The program finally finished merging the AI into the mainframe. All systems up here are now fully automated. Now that that's finished, I can turn my focus to other matters. Obsidian alloy. We're just now finishing a series of tests for this new alloy recipe. Its resistance coefficient increased by 56%. This is crazy. To our knowledge, there is no other known material in the universe that is as resistant as this. I don't know if Callum or you got the idea to add obsidian to the mix, but we're going to be rich thanks to you. We should start working on a campaign to reach manufacturers. The results of the magma obsidian composition are in. I've never seen anything like this before. There's a 1 in a million chance to have this perfect a mix, and we got it. I'll continue perfecting the recipe and thinking up potential uses. This could change everything. Survey data, peak performance. The party recovery issue. That's kind of cute. Polvo survey data. Private Reliant Medical. Formulas and formulations for the 21st century. Reliant Medical eyes only. We live in an exciting age. Medical technology is now reaching heights never before thought possible, and Reliant Medical plans to remain the premier medical science provider for this century and those to come. The slate continues on with pages and pages of proprietary research and planning done by Reliant Medical staff, with plans reaching out for years. Procyon 5 survey data, 5A survey data, BC company property. Team. It's come to our attention that many of you have reprogrammed. Okay, so this is the one about the robots bring coffee to everybody. Ricardo Bosch's notes. This is from a quest that seems to have been in our inventory for an extremely long time. Scientist's note. Junior Scientist A. Peterson. I can't help but wonder what the heck we're doing here. Do we really need to be so top secret? Okay, so this is the one about the Crimson Fleet coming in. Yep. Showrun survey data. Solomon's Adventures. Well, that's cool. Written by P. Lime, illustrated by Chunga. Okay, Spacer Communication.
Calling all spacers.
Stolen Sandwich. Who stole my ham boy? We've read that before. Ham boy. Storage checklist. We've read that before. Data. Termination letter. Joe Show. This letter is to inform you that your employment with Hephaestus has been terminated effective immediately. You've been let go for the following reasons. Company recruiting, budget cuts. The decision is not reversible. Sincerely, Callum Troy. Alright, we got another magazine. Nice. Scripture of the Great Serpent. Another Scripture of the Great Serpent. Another Scripture of the Great Serpent. Do these all give the same stat? Oh no, they don't. They're different. Permanently increases sneak bonus by an additional 1% and melee by an additional 5%. Permanently increases sneak bonus by 1% and melee sneak by... Okay, it's the same, it's just got different text. That's weird. Just saying the same thing in different ways.
Brothers and sisters, now is the time. We must spread the word.
Brothers and sisters, we are the children of the great.
We've listened to those before. So I guess that's it. Probably stash these bad boys. And then I guess we'll wrap up the episode. We'll stash whatever we can. Some stuff is going to be... Some stuff is going to be quest related, so... I don't remember reading that Stroud Eklund delivery invoice. What was that? Oh, the authorized Staryard representative named Havershaw here in Staryard enters into a binding contract with Molly here in the deliverer for the following: delivery of the specified units of chlorine for a price of twice the standard trading rate of credits per unit. Upon full delivery of all units, specified sum will be paid by the Staryard to the deliverer. This contract is non-transferable and will expire if delivery is not completed in 3 solar years. Is that actually true? Does it actually expire? I don't think it does. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, we'll do this. It'll give us an opportunity to drop off some of the guns that we're not using. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up here. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this.
Nothing serious.
And if you have, please like,
Captain
maybe comment.
Molly, may I be of assistance on your ship?
Please like, comment, share, subscribe. New episodes every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, US and Canada. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.